Hello, I'm Andrew Conway and welcome to this roadshow, this online roadshow for the My Public Accountant launch of concept, really, from the Institute of Public Accountants. It's good to have you with us wherever you might be watching this video from. The purpose of this video is to take this roadshow beyond the capital cities where we've been taking the roadshow recently. So to provide those members who haven't been able to get to one of our offices around the country with the opportunity of actually seeing what this new concept is all about. So I'm very pleased to be able to provide this video to you to enable you to come up to speed with what we actually have planned. But the roadshow concept is about launching the My Public Accountant initiative. And the My Public Accountant initiative really is the way in which we're now going to be offering professional practice services to you. Where we once referred to a professional practice certificate, the PPC, we will now refer to My Public Accountant. So this presentation will go through in it as briefly as we can some of the key points about that initiative. So the first part is to explain to you that the My Public Accountant initiative will actually be a new icon within the IPA brand of family. So if you like, the master brand of the Institute of Public Accountants will now have a supporting sub-brand within it of My Public Accountant. And we're very pleased to now launch to you the actual icon that we'll be using for My Public Accountant. As you can see, the icon is something that is quite fresh and innovative and some might say provocative. You will, I'm sure, have your own views about it. But the idea behind it was really to try and find an icon that represents a very closely interwoven relationship between the Institute of Public Accountants, our members and your clients. So that very closely interwoven relationship we think is reflected in this very fresh and modern imagery. So this will be the icon we use when we refer to My Public Accountant and all of the collateral that is associated with it. So now let's look at some of the key components of this new delivery. So, as I said, this presentation will go through what My Public Accountant is, what some of the key benefits of the platform are, how we will look to roll it out across our network, and basically what the key elements of the reward scheme we're introducing is, indeed, and some of the other tools and benefits we'll be providing. So let's get into that presentation right now. So My Public Accountant, as I said, is a new brand, a new logo concept within the Institute of Public Accountants. And as I did say at the outset, this is the way in which we'll be referring to the notion of professional practice certificate holders from here on. So all of our references to PPC are being replaced by My Public Accountant. And the easiest way of describing it to you is that the My Public Accountant concept is a franchise concept without the franchise fees. So members will have access to a very dynamic set of tools to assist you and your practices to grow and certainly serve your clients' needs. And the important thing to stress is that this concept will be at no additional cost. So this is all part of membership fees, and there will actually be, in some cases, a marginal cost saving on member fees for 2012-13 and beyond. So as part of the package, there's a lot of aspects contained in it. You'll receive a welcome kit as well as your professional practice certificate, which will be the My Public Accountant certificate. And importantly, you'll receive some marketing support as well as access to the My Public Accountant insurance solution. So we'll come to those a bit later on. But first, let's just have a look at the and remind you of that rationale around the logo design and the icon design. So we believe the logo, as I said at the outset, represents a fresh and very appealing icon that will actually provide the marketplace with something that's new. And the idea really being for those members who have a presence on a shopping strip centre, or indeed in your window at home, or for some people who have a mobile office on their cars. Literally an icon that people will be able to link towards public accountants, so that when people are, that is your clients and prospective clients, are saying they're going to meet with their accountant, in the future they'll be saying they're going to meet with their public accountant, or I'm going off to see my public accountant. So in doing so, we'll be reminding the marketplace what the brand represents, but importantly reinforcing the notion of a public accountant and therefore supporting the overall brand of the Institute of Public Accountants. So now let's have a look at what's included in that kit. So all members, upon renewal of your fees this year, from the 1st of July you'll receive a welcome information kit. So this is the kit, and in containing this kit are a couple of key elements, and I'll just show you what they are. So first of all, you'll receive this welcome flyer. So this is the welcome letter to the My Public Accountant network, and that will give you some background information to it and what you basically need to do to access the kit. There'll also be a 25% CPE discount voucher. So we're actually providing members with a CPE discount for the enrolment in our education program. But importantly as well, we'll be providing one free module in our executive certificate program. So we actually offer an executive certificate of corporate governance and an executive certificate in small and medium enterprise management. So those executive certificates will have one free component contained. So there's 5 modules, you'll receive one of those complimentary as part of the My Public Accountant network. But the critical aspect of the kit is a USB key. And so the way in which members will access the platform is primarily through this USB key. So members will need to take the USB key out of the holder and insert that into your USB drive. And it will be an auto-run program. So you literally plug the USB key into your computer and it will auto-run to the My Public Accountant My page, which is a sub-page within the Public Accountant's website. And that will take you to a platform which will have a series of modules that you can access the system by. So it's really a portal basis. So there's about 15 access portals. And really, when we developed this concept, it was on the back of members and your feedback. We asked you, how do you want to access services provided by the IPA? And when we go through the member services section of the website, there are a lot of member services contained there, and they're all individually listed. One of the very strong pieces of feedback from members was that you wanted that in a much more accessible format. So that's what led to the delivery on the development of the My Public Accountant platform. So we've gone to a portal access basis, which will be primarily accessed through the USB key. Once you've used the USB key, you might want to save that as a favourite in your browser so that you can go back to that portal access on subsequent occasions. But when you click through, there are a range of portals that you can actually go through to, and we'll go through some of those shortly. But that's the way in which you access the platform. The primary access is through that USB key. Also, as part of the kit, we have a few other elements. They are the window decal stickers. So for those members in practice that have the use for a window sticker, we'll be providing a couple of those window stickers in the kits. And then importantly as well, you'll be receiving the member certificate. So again, we asked members for their views of the membership certificates. And whilst the My Public Accountant certificate will be a little different from this one, one of the things that members said was they wanted certificates to be reflective of the status and also the standing in the community. So we've added a few things to make the certificates a little bit more appealing for members to be proud to put them up in their practices or indeed in their homes. So that really is the key elements of the My Public Accountants kit, a really dynamic way of presenting to you in a practice in a box concept the very innovative My Public Accountant network. So now, what are some of these specific benefits? As I said before, we have the CPE discount voucher, the 25% off voucher contained in that kit. We obviously also have access to a range of practice marketing support tools. So now members will be able to go online through the portal access and actually download a series of templates for you to use for your practice, from small leaflets, DL flyers, the little flyers you usually receive in letterboxes, through to large A2 size, window size banners to put up in practices. They'll all be templates for you to populate your details on and use them for your practices. So they are some pretty key marketing tools for you to use for your practices. So there'll be things for you tools and tips to promote your practice to your local community. So it might be your community newspapers or local radio. So we're very keen to ensure that there's an ongoing dialogue between our members and the Institute's office. We have resources in-house to assist in the design capability. So if there are a sufficient number of members that are wanting a specific format of media, we'd be very happy to provide that in a template format to you. So please maintain that level of engagement, because the real reason why we're here with this My Public Accountant concept is because of the feedback received from members. So that's going to be key in terms of the marketing support for your practice. We'll also provide you with stationery templates as well, so you can have co-branded stationery. What's important to stress is that the My Public Accountant concept is not intended to be a replacement of your individual practice branding. It's designed to be a support of your practice and your own branding, because we recognise there are a number of members who have spent many years developing their own brand in their own market. What we're really saying is we want to be able to support that endeavour by providing that sense of additional credibility that comes with the association of the Institute. And certainly ensuring we have a consistency across the almost 3,500 practices we have in Australia to ensure we have a great general awareness of what public accountants are and the great value that public accountants offer the market. You know, this practice network, when it's launched, will be Australia's largest uniquely branded accounting practice network. 3,500 practices flying the similar flag will be a very compelling argument and certainly lead to high saturation in the marketplace. So when we have more people aware of the IPA, more people aware of the My Public Accountant brand, that will drive more client activity. And so we are very keen to ensure that we send our message out through our network of members and importantly from our members to their clients. So that will lead to greater public awareness of the Institute. That's quite profound and will be quite extensive, which we're very keen to promote. You'll also have access to the online professional practice quality review program. This is a first for any professional accounting body in the world. The IPA has invested in the development of sophisticated software technology that will enable you to benchmark your practice with other like practices. And so for the first time ever, you'll be able to go online and complete the PPQA, as it was once referred to. That's our quality assurance review. You'll be able to complete that online. And that's taken the compliance burden down from around 5.5 to 6 hours to around 1 to 1.5 hours. So there's a huge saving there for members in terms of time. And as we know in practice, your time is your money. So we're very keen to reduce that compliance burden and importantly, as part of that important process, add value to your practice. And so if we are able to provide you with a mechanism to benchmark your practice against other like practices, you'll for the first time have access to that important data to be able to track your own performance as a practice. So that, we believe, is a critical component of this new network. As I've mentioned, you'll have white labelled templates for your practice, and then importantly, the My Public Accountant DVD, which will be the My Public Accountant Practice Management or Practice Manual. And that practice manual will be available to members that will provide templates from engagement letters all the way through details about running an efficient and effective practice. And also you'll have access to a range of benefits and services, including the financial services platform. And when we engaged in this discussion with the government some time ago, with other accounting bodies in relation to the future of financial advice reforms, we started this process of communicating a very clear and strong message about the importance of our members and the stake that our members have in the financial services sector. We have a very firm view that public accountants have an important role to play in the provision of financial services and financial advice to the marketplace. What we've got to be very careful about is the elements of that advice and the way in which it's offered. So we've been working with the government about striking the best arrangement for members to be able to provide the broadest level of advice from a general sense to their clients. We believe that accountants have the skill and competence and experience required to offer that general advice to their clients, and they should be allowed to do it. So we've been engaged for some time with the government in proposing that to them. At the time of recording this video, the policy announcement has not yet been made, but we're very certain that it will be made within the next few weeks. So do stay tuned to these videos, but importantly the publicaccountants.org.au for more information, most up-to-date information about the future of financial advice reforms and the accountant's exemption. But putting all that aside, we believed from day one that it was important for members to have access to financial services in a practical sense. So it's one thing to have access to a broader level of advice and propose a policy change, but policy changes take time to implement. And so we believed as an institute we needed to provide you with strong policy voice, but importantly a practical solution. So we launched an innovative financial services platform, and we partnered with some key providers in the marketplace. So broadly speaking, that was AXA or AMP and MLC to provide a broad range of licensing options to members who were so interested. And we know that from our data that 2/3 of our members are focused still primarily on compliance-based activity, but it's changing, and that focus is shifting. And with greater efficiencies built into the taxation system over time, that reliance on compliance-based activity from a practice point of view is going to have to change. And clients' needs are changing. So when a client comes in your door of your practice, they expect to have a full range of services at that desk. So we recognise that need and wanted to provide members with a series of options to consider financial services. So the key message here is that diversification of your practice at this point in time is absolutely critical. So the institutes recognise that, and we believe that it's important for members to start moving down the path of financial services if you haven't already done so. And so that platform gives you that access to do it. And we believe that the time is now for members to be thinking about these important changes. And then finally, the key benefit that we just touch on as part of this presentation is the IPA reward scheme. So let's have a look at some of those in a bit more detail. Let's look now at the IPA reward scheme, and another aspect of what members were wanting, and certainly in terms of recent years, has been the return of the membership card. So members will now have an IPA rewards membership card, and that will double as the institute membership card. But the key element of the reward scheme is that it's not a points basis. It basically just provides members with an access to a very broad range of affinity partners, and then beyond that, some significant retail discounts. And the mechanism will be an online a website that will actually take you through a series of offers for members. So again, no cost for members of the My Public Accountant Network to access the IPA reward scheme. It's just a way of us recognising your support of the Institute and thanking you for that support. So the service delivery mechanism will be that membership card, the online presence with the website, and then there will be a 1300 support hotline as well. You'll receive monthly newsletters from the IPA reward scheme, which details some of the new benefits available to members, as well as the ability to extend the reward scheme to up to 4 of your family members as well. So it's not just a reward for you, it's a reward for those around you as well. So that will be a critical component. This will be the start of a very extensive discount service. So when you add up the discounts that members will be eligible for as part of the reward scheme, you can see the value add is very easy to sustain, and certainly for members to effectively pocket those discounts. So it's a way of us saying thank you to you, but importantly ensuring you're getting discounts at some critical retail outlets. Okay, so one of the other important aspects of practice, and in fact the mandatory aspects of practice, is insurance and professional indemnity insurance. And it can be a significant cost for many practitioners in terms of maintaining compliance with both our ethical and professional standards, and that is maintaining that level of PI, but also in terms of the movements in the market. So we have had a referrer arrangement in place for a number of years for members. So that's the way in which the Institute evaluates the best offer available for members in the marketplace and strikes a referrer arrangement for members. And you'll note we have had some previous arrangements with external brokers and referrers of recent years. We've taken the fairly bold move of actually bringing all that in-house now. So now within our head office in Melbourne, we actually have a broker who is running the My Public Accountant Insurance Solutions. And so a broker sits in our head office, fields the inquiries from members, and actually then seeks to place the insurance with the underwriter being CGU. So a very credible underwriter, one of the biggest in Australia, if not the region, providing the My Public Accountant Insurance Solutions policy. So those professional indemnity insurance policies are very competitive, and you'll note that the offer is also very compelling. It's worth saying that this is a very general advice, so if members are interested, the best option you have is to seek some specific tailored advice to your needs. So there's no way financial services advice, I'm sure you'll appreciate, it's more general advice here. But the offer we're providing members through this network is 14 months worth of cover for 12 months premium, and importantly, in most cases, significant premium discounts. That will include an automatic upgrade of professional indemnity insurance cover to $1 million, so that will be the base level cover, and that's at no additional cost. There'll be that personalised service from our in-house service here within the head office, and that's through the insurance broker Phil De Rosario at our head office here in Melbourne, and Phil's details we'll make available to you as well for further information. The competitive premiums is really a critical element here, and as a way of encouraging members to at least consider the insurance offer, we're offering a membership discount. So this is not a premium discount. We don't have that capacity from the Institute point of view, but certainly a membership discount as an enticement and an inducement to consider the My Public Account insurance. And basically that will lead to discounts of between 8 and 10% depending on your membership level. And so for MIPAs in practice, we're offering a flat fee of $900 per annum. That is inclusive of your membership and your practice fees, which is a significant discount on previous year's fees of around 10%, or between 8 and 10%. And for fellows, a flat fee of $1,000, a flat member fee. So again, a significant discount there of around $180. So quite a significant discount when you stack up the offer that's available to you if you take out and place that policy. So the details of that discount process are contained on our website. But the plea here is at least for members to make contact with Phil De Rosario at head office just to get a quote. There's no harm in getting a quote, and then Phil can manage that transition of policy for you. But a very key aspect of what we're doing as part of this network. And when you look at some of the testimonials received, and this is a testimonial received from a member who actually said that they'd saved around $2,000 in their premium alone. So there are some significant savings, and they have been consistent across the board of the policies being placed. And the advantage of us having the broker on site and the very close, or the broker in-house I should say, and the very close relationship is that we can track those discounts. And to my knowledge to date, there has not been a policy that's been placed that has not attracted a significant saving, if not at least an efficiency gain of actually placing the policy. So you have that direct engagement with the broker through our office here in Melbourne. And that speaks for itself, a $2,000 saving which can then be reinvested in the practice to support it and develop it. So how do you become a My Public Accountant? So this is an issue that I'm sure many of you will be considering. You know, what do I need to do? Will it be an additional form? Do I need to comply with any new standards? You effectively don't need to do anything but renew your membership. So renewal of membership this year will be the element which will put you straight into the My Public Accountant network. So there's effectively no additional paperwork. There's no additional form for you to complete and fill out to ensure you're part of this exciting new development. So we encourage you to certainly to at least consider the benefits to your practice in both renewal of your membership. And there really has never been a better time to be engaged in the profession. We know that during times of economic uncertainty in the broader market, certainly the what seems to be some dark clouds hovering in relation to small business. That's when small businesses need public accountants and experienced professionals to guide them through it. So there really has never been a better time to be engaged in the profession and at the forefront and cusp of financial services development. So the renewal of membership this year is absolutely critical, of course, to remain engaged in the profession with some huge potential for growth, certainly in terms of financial services. So this is the time to be renewing your membership, renewing early and making sure you're capitalising on these exciting benefits. But the My Public Accountant Network is a first for any professional body in Australia, actually using a uniquely branded icon and logo to actually push out into the marketplace and ensure consistency of message and ensure consistency of brand and reinforcement of brand in an exciting new online delivery platform has all been developed in partnership with our members. And we have sought through our rebrand last year through to this development and many other developments to engage with members as much as possible. So for example, financial services platform was developed by a panel of members. The My Public Accountant Network has been developed in concert with members as well in terms of your needs. So we are seeking to respond to your needs to make your engagement with the Institute as easy and as seamless as possible, but at every point trying to demonstrate to you the value add to your practice and importantly to your clients. We want more members to be much prouder of the Institute. We have a great heritage of approaching 90 years of history in serving the profession here in Australia. We're in the top 30 professional bodies in the world in terms of size and turnover as part of the almost 180 members and affiliates of the International Federation of IFAC. We are in the top 30 around the world. We are the only body to offer a master's degree in Australia, and so that is a key differentiation in terms of the marketplace in Australia. We're the only accounting body that actually still mandates an accounting qualification for entry without bridging program or alternate pathway. So you must come in with either an advanced diploma in accounting or a bachelor's degree in accounting and then go on and complete the master's degree. So it is the highest academic standard being set by a professional body. Our challenge is to make more people aware of these great stories. So we'll be doing our bit from head office's point of view with an exciting phase 2 of a brand promotion strategy, and that will roll through 2012-13. But this process of making members proud of the Public Accountant brand and the Institute of Public Accountants, and then through the My Public Accountant network, will mean we are trying to get this message out to you to pass on to your clients, that when we actually spread this message through the client network of several million people through the My Public Accountant client network, it becomes a very clear brand promotion tool as well. So again, from a top line point of view, we can do our bit from certainly television and radio and so forth, but encouraging members to be much prouder of the brand and generate that sense of brand equity from a member level will really be critical to our long-term success. We've had great success with our brand promotion to date, significant intake and increase in intake at admissions and upswing in admissions, huge growth in student numbers and great growth in terms of our practice network, as well as in Australia but also offshore. So the signs are there that we're on the right track. This is another way of us actually encouraging that growth to take the Institute well into the future. So I certainly commend the My Public Accountant network to you. I think it's a very exciting and dynamic way of us actually supporting members and their practices and importantly their clients. And again, to reflect that interwoven relationship between the IPA, our members and their clients. So thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative, and do stay in touch with us. And upon renewal of your membership from the 1st of July, you start receiving those packs in the mail, and we'd be very happy to support that process as you seek to implement the My Public Accountant network. So again, thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best with your practices.